thing I want to talk about is the use of drama and theatrics by the person harboring the spirit of Jezebel. Now, this is something that I've seen for a very, very long time. It has attacked me. It's attacked my family, the ministry, and so on. It's the use of drama and theatrics. So one of the things about this drama of Jezebel will look to bring about a lot of drama. And drama and theatrics will drain you. They'll suck the life out of you, is what it will do. If you ever found yourself running here, running there, doing this, listen to this, going there, fixing this, fixing that, here we go again, that type of thing, just a lot of stuff. You probably have someone, as we all do, in your family, right? That is very dramatic. It's like, gosh, it's always something, okay? That is most likely, not always, but most likely the spirit of Jezebel in operation. Okay? And think along the lines of people that organizations, again, people in your family, I think is always a good one. Is there anyone who wants to maintain dominance? Okay, they always want the headlines. It always has to be about them. And that's what Jezebel did. She wanted dominance. She wanted to show that. And what she's doing is she's putting on a show. This was not the simple act of combing her hair and powdering her nose. No, she made this a big deal. Have you ever, or do you know of anybody that makes everything a big deal? Well, I know you do. Okay. They make a big deal about everything. It could be the smallest thing, but they make a big deal of it. Okay. You didn't call them on their birthday? They'll make a big deal of it. It could be years later and they'll still make it a big deal. See, this drama and theatrical performances, this is what dysfunctionals do. This is what narcissistic Jezebelians do. Okay. They want to be the center of attention at all times. It has to be about them, all right? And what they do is they create or they attract scandal, okay? Now, in the Word of God in the New Testament, where it talks about offense, okay, that you took offense or do not offend, that word offense is the Greek word scandalon. And the word scandalon is where we get our word scandal or scandalous. So again, you have to be aware of this. I mean, that's why we're equipping you in this thing. So you're aware, not terrified or afraid of, oh my God, Jezebel's on the prowl again. No, you have authority. What Jezebel wants to do is to create all of this smoke and mirror and all this stuff, drama, to get you to think that you don't have authority and you become weary in doing well. You have to understand that this Jezebel spirit is a master at setting up train wrecks and then orchestrating them to occur in, individuals' lives, okay, your life, my life, whatever. Ministries, I've seen that as someone who has a ministry. Churches, same thing. Okay, I could go on and on about that. Companies, businesses. Okay, watch this now. These train wrecks or these scandals or this drama and all this theatrics, even in the economy. Okay, even in, yes, the government. Okay, you have to understand that this is used, these techniques, to manipulate what I refer to as the herd. Okay, all the people. All right, it's this collective. Okay, Jezebel has that system. Remember, Jezebel is a principality. Okay, principality. That principality is a system, and that system is designed. Remember, it's not a kingdom system. It is a world system or worldly dark system. And it's designed to as a collective to bring people in. And when they come into this collective, which is referred to as the web, okay? And people get stuck. So I want you to really understand what I'm saying is this, is forget conspiracy. That's entertaining for some people, but I don't want the head in the sand. One of the things about the Jezebel spirit and its witchcraft, it will go out of its way to control you and waste your time. Now, time, you guys know, is a precious commodity. It's something that you have a certain amount of, and once it's spent, you don't get it back. Okay, time. And I'm talking about, time, natural time, like the 24-hour clock, right? So you're going to have to be very discerning, very careful of people that come around you again, or people you're around, or networks you're around, or organizations, whatever, who connect with you, but they expend a lot of your time. They're spending your time. They direct you, and you get caught up in these conversations. You get caught up in this drama, and that drama, that dramatic conversation, those issues, everything that's going on in their life, you're going to spend a lot of time. Now, I'm not saying you don't talk to people. Nothing wrong with talking to people. I talk to people. But you have to have a set amount of time that you allocate to that discussion. So, I've been doing this for years now, and I'm looking at my cell phone, is that when my cell phone rings, I make a choice, okay? If I'm within, proximity of my phone, and I see the phone ring, I may see a name, I may just see the number, but my phone's ringing, doesn't matter. I'm going to make a decision. Am I going to answer that? Because I'm not going to allow Jezebel, potentially Jezebel, to interrupt what I'm doing. That's my time, and that's your time. You control it, okay? And you know that you've probably picked up the phone only to be on that phone for an hour, maybe more, with someone expressing to you everything going on, maybe even blaming you for everything going on. Okay, so again, this time-consuming spirit of Jezebel, it can be in a person, face to face. I had somebody. I remember a couple of years ago. They said, "Can I talk to you?" And I'm like, and I said, "Well, yeah, but I'm going to limit it to like 10, 15 minutes, whatever." And narcissistic Jezebel, and of course, blew past that 15 minutes. Okay. And I think it went just over an hour. And it was at night. It was when I was tired. And that's what Jezebel's strategy will do. Jezebel will call you, stop by your house, want to have a face-to-face meeting at times where you're most vulnerable. Okay. But it doesn't come just from in person or maybe the phone call or whatever. It can come through a text. It can come through social media. Okay. It's when it happens, you're going to find yourself caught up in those dramatic events, and it has you firefighting other people's problems, right? Okay. I used to have this, there was something that after I would be done preaching in our church, many times soaking wet, literally exhausted, okay, and walking to my office, and there would be time. I remember one person in particular, going back several years, they'd always say, "Pastor, can I have a word with you? Can I have a word with you?" And that person was obviously operating out of a Jezebel spirit. I remember it. And it was designed, again, to take my time. I needed that time to refresh, reset, okay, recalibrate, recover, renew, put whatever word you want on it. That was my time. But people will take that time from you. So again, if you allow it. Now you have to, again, have your boundaries. And if you have your boundary, you have to put forth the consequence when somebody blows past that boundary or, goes beyond it. Okay. But again, Jezebel is a time-robbing, time-consuming spirit. So you're probably sitting there now thinking, yep, I know a few of those. I know some people that, have done that with me. Well, again, Jezebel can't do it. Jezebel can never do what we don't permit. I want you to understand that. We permit it. There's nothing illegal about Jezebel's operations. We have the doorways, we have the gateways, we have the portals, and we may not know that they exist. That's why we do coaching, help people to see where those gateways and portals and doorways are for this insidious spirit to penetrate and to perpetrate and eventually populate your life in a lot of different areas. Okay. So once you close those doors, Jezebel can go elsewhere. Okay. Once that spirit of Jezebel knows that after all its workings, after all its witchcrafts and techniques, that it can't get to you, it can't trigger you. Okay. So I'll give you an example. I've had someone blow up my phone, but never respond. And they don't blow up my phone anymore. Or I've had people blow up my phone either through phone calls or text messages, and I just block them and they're done. Okay. So who's in authority? I'm in authority. What am I in authority of? I'm in authority of my life. I'm not in authority of your life. I'm not in authority of their life. I'm the authority of my life. I govern my life, and I choose who I talk to at any given time. And if somebody has been identified by their behaviors, okay, their actions, what they do, their words, as a narcissistic Jezebel, then guess what? Well, you're not getting through. Why? Because I'm guarding my heart. I'm guarding my subconscious, because once Jezebel penetrates, you know what Jezebel's going after? She's going after that root that's already in you. She's going after that trauma that hasn't been dealt with, or that emotional instability that hasn't been dealt with. Once again, this is why we do coaching. Okay? Deliverance includes coaching, by the way, just so you're aware. But unlike traditional church, where you get in a line, you put your feet on the duct tape, somebody lays hands on you, you fall out, they say some demons come out, or maybe you vomit some things up, whatever. Nothing wrong with that. But you have to go deep, and you have to find out, where are there still roots? Just because you got born again, you gave your life to God, you received Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior, and your spirit man is fused together with him, does not mean all your issues, all those gates, doorways, connection points, soul ties, that they were dealt with. No, you have to do that. And we do that by the renewing of the mind. Okay?